welcome to Vlogmas, day 22. That's right, day 22, guys. We are getting closer and closer and closer to Christmas. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We're supposed to actually have like a blizzard here this weekend. So I'm trying to do all I can to stay warm so that way I don't freeze my butt off this weekend. But I think I'll be good. So, anyways, I'll be coming to you still doing it from the frozen cold. We'll be doing the Vlogmas every day this weekend. Even on Christmas, we'll get a list a little one in. So today, guys, we are. Oops, I just realized that my day count was wrong, so I better fix that real quick. And that's the cool thing about working in Ecamm, guys, is you can just fix it right there. So now it says day 22 on the slide there. So, anyways, guys, we're going to be talking about Canva today, and just a little bit about how you can use Canva to design your artwork for your podcast, because you need artwork. Everybody needs artwork for their podcast, and you can design that right in Canva. And you can, it's really easy. And Canva does have a free account too. So I think it's worth paying for the pro account for Canva, the paid account, just because you get some other extra stuff. You can resize your designs, but you can do it right in Canva for free. So let's get started, guys. Just kind of talk, if you've never used Canva, it's really quick, easy. Canva.com is the website. It'll take you right there. And this is your home screen on Canva, and you can just simply start actually right here. You can start, and you can. My Pro Mouse is not working today. I was going to try and zoom in. Let me see if I can get that real quick here. All right, there we go. So you can start right here, and you can zoom, or you can type in what you want to do. So I'm going to have to go ahead and type in podcast cover art. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of different kinds of cover art that you can use for your podcast. These are just templates. You can start on your own if you want. So one thing to think about, though, is your artwork does need to be at minimum 1400 by 1400 pixels, but 3000 by 3000 is the recommended for the larger size things like TVs and things like that. So I would start with the 3000 by 3000 one, just because you can. But as you can see, there is so many different things that you can start with and design your podcast cover art with. So with that in mind, I'm going to just pick this one right here. And once my internet actually works. All right, so then you have this, you could say, instead of welcome podcast, you could say my awesome podcast. And then you can easily center that up. You can go ahead and go down to this Elements tab over here, which allows you to do lots of different things. So you can search for graphics, like if you want to search for RSS for whatever reason, if you wanted to, you could add that in here. Just bring it in here really easy, add something in there. The great thing about Canva is they have their designers that already have designed some template things just like this. So you can use those. You can, if you wanted to add something like this in here, just to make it exceptionally different, you could. Okay, so let's say we decide you like that artwork there. Actually, I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit. But there, let's say you did like this artwork there for whatever reason. You can then go ahead and just save it, download it, and bring it into your podcast host of choice, and use that as your cover art for your podcast. Because again, this is going to show up places like when people search for your podcast in anywhere, wherever they search for it at. It's going to show up there. It's going to show up on every time they play your episode. So this is kind of really what represents your brand, your podcast brand. So you're going to want to design something good. And the what I would say too is this font right here is really small. I would not put every Monday at 7 p.m. Because it's just so small. It's going to be hard to read. So hello, Facebook user from the Facebook user. I don't get your name here. But thank you so much for joining the podcast today. I would make sure, or the broadcast, not podcast. I'm so used to doing podcasting. I would make sure that you bring this to a larger size, and you can really easily do that right here. Just type in, because it's going to be hard to read when it's small, because it's when it's displayed in like a search for your podcast, it's going to be really, really tiny. So I would bring your font pretty big. I also wouldn't bring anything. We've talked about this on a previous episode of Vlogmas as far as where to put your artwork, your wording and things like that. I wouldn't put wording down there. I would maybe put it up here, um, just so that way. I mean, I don't like that design, but I'm just saying I would put it somewhere else, just because you want to leave your lower thirds here to have free. That way, the podcast places can display them differently. So yes. So thank you guys for joining me here. Again, I would try Canva out. Canva's free. It's canva.com. And you can go ahead and use any of their designs. Again, they have a paid version. And so some of their clip art, some of their graphics are going to be paid for, that you might have to export when you pay, pay when you export. But you can get a premium account, I think, for like $12 a month, or $13 a month is not very much. I would recommend doing that, because you can resize things. You can export with a transparent background. I use Canva for everything. I use Canva for all of my episodes. So for me, when I create an episode, this is our earliest episode of our podcast here, I create all of my cover art in here. So I've got the YouTube live thumbnail. I have a teaser episode thing that I put out on Twitter. I have a featured image for my website. I have a YouTube thumbnail. I have an episode release. I have a Twitter episode tease. I also have like an open graphic card. So when you share your podcast, links on pages that this shows up. So I use this for everything. And I have, the nice thing is you can have templates in here. And so I've created a basic template that has this like setup and design with this background and this Dudes and Dads podcast tag right here, as well as the title here. And I just go ahead and you say use template. It creates a new one with those things in it already. And then it goes ahead and you can just replace what you need. So it's really super simple. It saves time every week when I create my podcast, or every other week. So guys, with that, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas.